So, at Savers, and today wasn't Thursday, but I'll be back at Savers tomorrow. But I found these Levi's for, I want to say like 17 or so, but they're not blue jean, but they're still new with tags, so, yeah, so they're unworn. I think Levi's, they usually do cost a good amount of money. I'll have to see how much these comp out. And I want to say think about reselling them. But on the other hand, these are my husband Ernie's size. So a lot of things to think about with these. I was at the Eau Claire Goodwill, and they were almost empty. The Lake Hallie Goodwill I was at too, and they didn't have anything really different. I was at the consignment store because I seen on Facebook Marketplace one of their vendors had put out a brand new Dooney and Burke coin purse out. And it wasn't there today. Yeah. So because I think they just listed that yesterday or Monday, and yeah, it wasn't there. So, so I do have a private pick on Monday, the 5th. So, I have to watch how much money I do spend. I did sold, just so you all know, that vintage dark brown made in the United States vintage Coach Willis. Like I said, I already had one that color. My Costa Rica one that's part of my intro was the tan one. So I did get $65 plus shipping and handling cost for the bag. So, yeah, being stained and such. So the other thing I want to say about is I did not see any vintage raw leather coaches at those thrift stores. Surprise thing was someone must have bought that what looked like a vintage Coach Willis in black, but it's not a Coach. It was made to look like a Coach, I want to say. Whatever brand it was. So, yeah. It's just crazy, you know. I knew since I found back in October that vintage Fendi bag that Goodwill would keep a strong eye on their purses, and I think it's gonna be for a while. So I've been on the lookout for another Fendi at Coach, but then like I figure, if you come across at Goodwill another Fendi, it's probably gonna be a fake Fendi bag of your luck. The second time around. Because I have came across fake Chanel at Goodwill and it ain't funny. And I've came across fake Gucci at Goodwill as well. Now, like your Liz Calburns and your Dana Buckman purses, when you see them at Goodwill, well, and your Steve Madden and your Michael Kors bags, they don't go for a lot of money on eBay. Yeah. Which is always a shock. Yeah. So, yeah. So, I was really flattered with that. So then it's like, I'm going to keep that as a rule of thumb with if I see at Goodwill, any vintage coach, I'm just going to pick it up regardless, even if I already have the color, because now I know I could always resell it and make some money on eBay, which isn't going to be hurtful for me. If I can get more than my money back out of the bag, and that, because I seem to always have a way of us running into the Coach Willis. I'm pretty sure this summer we will run into a black one and probably another tan one. So, and that's me just guessing right now, but, yeah. I like picking up these Levi's if I can, if they're brand new, though, when I'm out thrifting. When I was at the consignment store, I seen that 14 karat gold cameo pendant now in a booth, and I'm like, I recognize that pendant. And it was in this one booth. I'm not going to say the name or anything. But I'm like, isn't that the pendant that was $150 at Hope Gospel? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it is. And I'm like, that seller ain't going to make double their money off of that pendant. And, they got a K pendant necklace there that says K Jewelers. And that was another thing in that same booth that I recognized, and it was originally at Savers for less money than what they want. And I'm like, they have to be like me, a Super Savers Club member. Yeah. And some of that stuff I recognized in that booth came from an estate sale that I was at last year, February. Yeah. Your Native American cuffs, your Native American rings, they all came from that estate sale back in February in that booth at the consignment store. Yeah. And what he priced them as what they wanted for them at the estate sale that time that I went there, yeah. So, that's how I can recognize things. I have a good memory. So, yeah, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content. And don't forget to like, comment, and share a channel, as it would help get my channel out there to people that don't know about it yet. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.